Okay, so let's go into this reading. First cluster. We have the King of Cups and the Princess of Cups. There's definitely an offer coming through, okay? And I feel like for a lot of you, this is a relationship offer of an offer of love coming through. And I feel like, both of these, it indicates a water sign. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And I do feel for a lot of you, there is a little bit of mistrust when it comes to this situation, and you're not really sure you're not certain if you're ready to go ahead, okay? And I feel like this person, this is the King of Cups here. So I hope you can see the cards and the imagery. Kings are very strategic. They know how to get what they want, and they know what to do to get exactly what they want, okay? And like I said, I don't read reversals in this spread, but I feel a very strong, strategic water sign coming into your life, and it can be male or female, but I feel like the offer is on the table. And I feel that they are, or they have done a lot of reassessment when it comes to you before they make this offer. So this isn't, like the light offer that has been made from people who just want to date, who just want a casual fling. This is something that has been thought out, that has been examined very thoroughly before they make this offer. And I feel like for especially Aquarius females, you are looking at this offer and you're scared. I feel like you're, once again, that whole being protective with your feelings and things like that. I feel you like this person. I do feel you care about this person. And I do feel that's why you're so nervous and that's why you're so scared. I feel that very, very strongly based on the way these two cards are coming out. There might be an age gap. I feel like there is some type of an age gap, age difference. Somebody might have like a lot of dating experience, the other person might not. And it feels scary. It feels like it's, like it seems almost like somebody has a lot more experience than the other, and the person with less experience seems a little bit scared. So that's what I'm picking up with these cards, and I'm picking up like mutual attraction. And you both are a lot alike in a lot of ways. So you might have like, similar features, I guess, similar ways of expressing yourselves emotionally. And I also feel like these cards are so identical, and I feel like it is something, and like there's a strong connection here. There's a very, very strong soul connection between the two people. So I feel like someone is making you an offer, or someone is in your life, a water sign, and it unsettles you because you already know that it is going to be a heavy emotional experience, good or bad. And usually it's a good thing because it's coming from a king. So I feel like you're scared because you know that it is serious. Okay. So that's the first thing. And I'm going to be doing the love reading later, and let's see if this person comes back out. But I feel like for the majority of you for this month, you're dealing with some type of uncertainty when it comes to love, and you're scared because it requires a lot. It's like delving deep into your emotional closet, and you're not comfortable doing that. And I feel for a lot of you, there has to be some purging of that emotional closet so that you can let new people in, okay? And I know that's a weird analogy because you don't want to let people in the closet, but I feel like you have a lot of baggage that you need to purge, that you need to cut out of your life so that you're not scared to deal with new people, new energies. So the next cluster here is the Princess of Swords. This is your energy, and the Nine of Pentacles. So first of all, financially, you are going to have a very, very good month. For those of you especially who are employed, like self-employed, or who are employers of other people, you're going to be sitting pretty and reaping the rewards of all of, your minions' hard work, or you're going to get a lot of clients, you're going to get a lot of contracts, and you're sitting pretty. So this is a very, very good card for financial stability. It is also a situation where I feel both of these cards indicate to me working in a very strategic way, formulating new plans formulating new ways of doing something to streamline your work processes to increase, enhance efficiency. A lot of you are finding new ways to make money, or you're finding new ways to restructure your work environment so that it can be more efficient, for example. I'm also feeling as well, this is the Princess of Swords, and it's the Page of Swords in the traditional tarot weight deck. Page of Swords are messengers as well, and they bring communication, they bring news and things like that, okay? So there is a lot of financial news, a lot of good news coming through on the financial front. Either you are approved for things, or there's a lot of money just trickling in for you, okay? So it looks very good. It looks very positive. The other thing that I'm going to say is whenever I see the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like, and this is going back to the more of the emotional aspect, okay? This is a woman who's like, I've got it. I've got it made. I don't need anybody else. So make sure you're not projecting this air of like aloofness, indifference when you're dealing with business associates, okay? And I feel like you're kind of like, you know, wielding your sword, swinging it around, ready to cut. So you want to try to let your guard down a little bit, especially in business as well. So that's what I'm sensing here with this deck. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Keep that aloofness, indifference, and ambivalence in check, because I feel like you are like a hot volcano inside, but you don't let it show. And I feel like if you are negotiating salary, for example, that's great. You're keeping a poker face. But if you're dealing with people on an everyday level, it's important for you to, you know, approach it in a more emotional way, okay? It's going to win you a lot of friends, okay? So the next cluster is, we have the King of Swords. Once again, this is your energy as well, and this deals more on a soul level. So first of all, let's talk about this. The King of Swords is air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. And I feel like for a lot of you, kings are very strategic. When it comes to this image and the energy that you're projecting, you are very strategic. You know what to do to get the outcome that you want. And I feel that for a lot of you, there is something that you're formulating in private. Okay, this can be a new business plan. This can be like creating some type of, it can be a project as well. But in this regard, I feel that you don't want inputs from other people. I feel like you feel as if, you know, I've got this. I think I'm going to be okay. So similar energy, but this deals with something that is done behind the scenes, because we have the Hermit. And I also feel like with the Hermit energy, it's basically shining light on a situation, okay? So I'm going to say this. For those of you who are dealing with another Aquarius, another air sign, Gemini, Libra, I feel like some major truth, some type of awakening is coming through, as well as some light being shown on this possibly relationship partner or business partner or this air sign in your life that is going to drastically change the course of your interaction with them. I feel it's positive though. I feel like it's positive news, it's positive revelations. I also feel that this is somebody that has the capacity, like the mental agility. He's the ideas person, so he can help you greatly if you choose to ask for it. So I almost feel like, Aquarius, don't isolate yourself. There are people around you that want to help you, and they actually can give you a lot of good inputs. And if you look at the age difference between the Hermit and this King, I almost feel like there is somebody, well, a lot of people, possibly three, who are very knowledgeable about whatever it is that you need help with, or whatever it is that you're trying to do on your own. You are not on your own. You're being guided spiritually, but also they want to help you, and they're trying to shine light so that you can see a way forward. So don't take this type of stance where you're like, no, I don't need it. I want to take care of it on my own. Don't take this stance, okay? Be a little bit more, try to integrate more ideas, more people into your life for the month of March, because the energy looks very good. Fourth cluster, we have the Two of Wands as well as the Ten of Swords. So let's talk about this situation here. The Two of Wands traditionally is a relationship card, okay? And this can deal with partnership or relationship. And based on this spread with the Two Cups energy coming out first, I feel like it is going to be an emotional month for you, which seems to me like it would be more on the emotional front, like love relationships, because financially you're fine. And I feel like whatever work projects that you've got, that you're fine. You're not worried about it. I feel that the only thing here is the relationship part. A lot of you are kind of like hiding in a cave and you're not really getting out, mingling, socializing. I feel that because you're busy with work. A lot of you have somebody that you're interested in and you're thinking, if I can't have that person, I don't really want to go out and date. So I feel that you already know what you want, but you're not being open about it, okay? So once again, the Two of Wands is a situation where a relationship requires a lot of work and it requires a lot of sacrifices, possibly commitment. The two energy, it shows only one person, but it's a relationship card. That means one person is really, really thinking, dreaming about the other person. And the other person, there might be geographical distance between the two of you, or the relationship hasn't quite come together yet in a way that is stable. And for a lot of you, you're fearing the coming together process because you're afraid of being hurt. You're afraid of rejection. You're afraid of, you have a lot of fears and it's based on a past experience and you're not able to let that go. And because of it, it's keeping you in your shell. It's keeping you in a place where you're using work as a distraction, which is something Virgos do very well. So I feel like, with the Hermit energy, a lot of you might be dealing with some earth energy, possibly the Virgo energy. But I also feel like a lot of you are just really scared about jumping into new ventures. A lot of you want to go on your own way because you feel like, I know what I'm doing, I trust myself, and I can take care of myself. But if there's another person in the mix, then I have to compromise. Then I don't know what they'll do and I don't really trust it 100%. So there's something around you that there's something new, someone new around you, possibly even, that you don't really trust. And I feel like it's not that you don't trust them. It's just you feel like it's too much hassle and you would rather do it on your own. And you're really afraid of being hurt, stabbed in the back, betrayed. You're very, very afraid. So you would rather do it on your own. And I feel like that's a really, it's a sad way to live. Open yourself up a little bit more, okay? This is also a card about voyage, okay? So I feel that I mentioned travel earlier, so I do sense as well, check your travel itinerary. If you are traveling alone to see another person, I do feel that you might want to check weather, check lodging, check housing situations, okay? Because I feel like this is also somebody, the Hermit, it's the dead of winter. He's out trying to find a place to get away from the elements. So check some travel itinerary, especially hotel lodgings and things like that if you are traveling. So the bottom three cards are going to be the advice for you. So first of all, a lot of you have an offer. You have an offer again. And I feel like this isn't the offer that you had your hopes and your dreams and aspirations. And this isn't like the right, it isn't just coming just yet. And I feel like a lot of you, the offer is there, but I feel like it's not one of those, you're dealing with water signs, I feel. And water signs are they're very shy. So they might nonchalantly, give you an offer and you're just like, was that really an offer? Did they just ask me out on a date? Because they're not very clear. Okay. So I feel like it has to happen 3, 4, 5, 6 times for you to get it. And then by that time, they're just like, why doesn't he or she get it? So I feel like there is a shyness associated with both of these people. And, this man is like, here's an offer, but he doesn't make it clear. And then, you're thinking, was that really an offer? Or was that just, was that an offer for a date? Or was that an offer for a friendship? Or was that something else? Am I misreading it? So you're overthinking it. But then again, they're not making themselves clear either. So I feel like that's what's happening here. It has to happen like 3, 4, 5 times for you to realize, okay, they really want to date me. So be careful with this energy, okay? Just ask questions. Just ask, like, what do you mean by that? Are we going on a date? Do you want to date? And see what they say. If they turn red, then obviously it means that they want to go on a date. So, just read body language. And the way that Aquarius asks questions is very point blank. It's just, what do you mean? And I feel like for this month, that's what you need to do. And I feel like that would actually clear up a lot of questions for you, a lot of confusion for you. Okay, so I feel that somebody's very shy. They might make the offer a few times in order for you to get it. And it's save them the embarrassment and just try to get it the first time. Okay. What I'm also feeling here is for those of you specifically dealing with fire signs. Okay, we have the King of Wands here, and the King of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like you have the King of Cups and the King of Wands, and I feel like you have options here. At the same time, you have the Three of Wands, which means multiple options, waiting for multiple options. And then waiting on offers, but when they come in, they all hit you at once. And you have many, many offers, so you don't really know what you want to choose. So we're going from Two of Wands, which is, I only want this one person. But then we end up with the Three of Wands, which means two people are coming in. And at this point, you don't know what to choose. So what you thought you wanted, it might change as a result of new people coming through. And I feel like you can't really go wrong anyways, because as long as you are honest with yourself about what it is that you want. I feel like for a lot of you, Aquarius always know who they want to be with. It's really hard for an Aquarius to lie when it comes to matters of the heart. When you feel it, you feel it. And when you don't, you can walk away without looking back, okay? And I feel like you know what you want, but you're still very afraid of getting hurt. I feel that you're very, very afraid. It's not that you don't trust the other person. I feel that you do. But I feel that you're scared of them. I feel like they make you nervous. They intimidate you. I feel that with this water sign, you know that you have a very strong, possibly spiritual connection with them. You know that I feel like age gaps, okay? Age gaps. And it can be, just massive age gaps, or even, I feel like somebody has a lot of control over another person. Not in a bad way, but I feel that there is a sense of somebody being intimidated, somebody possibly younger, less experienced, feeling that intimidation. I feel a lot of chemistry with these cards. I also feel a lot of chemistry with this guy here. This is the King of Wands, the fire sign. So you can't really make a bad decision here, Aquarius. I feel for a lot of you, you are going to go with this fire sign. And, in terms of the advice, I'm going to advise that you go with a fire sign. Go with the person that stirs your passion, that makes you very weak in the knees, because I feel like that part of yourself, the emotional aspects of yourself have been blocked due to a series of disappointing relationships in the past. And I feel that you need somebody like this in order for you to, feel happy and not have a heavy emotional experience. But I do feel that both of these are good candidates, okay? And in terms of the advice, they're saying go with this person. But what I'm feeling as well is that you definitely have two offers coming through. We have the Three of Wands. Your ship is coming through. And you might be able to, casually date as well. So this is also about casual dating, okay? The King of Wands is somebody, they know what they want, and they're going through the process of elimination in order to get the person, the right fit for them. So maybe this is what you have to do. But I do feel like both of these people, whatever is on the offer, this person is possibly a little bit more blunt, is a little bit more directed in terms of asking you out, in terms of, you know, providing some type of, you know, the offer is a little bit more concrete with this king, all right, with the fire sign.